Hi guys, I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to show you how to make this ultimate chocolate cake. And so I'm going to show you how I put this cake together. And so just go ahead and stick around and we can go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do my ganache. And right here I have about 1 cup of chocolate chips. And I'm just going to go ahead and pour in my heavy cream in here. And I usually just do about 2 parts chocolate to 1 part cream. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put this into the microwave and melt this down and then show you what it looks like. Okay, so I've taken my chocolate and my cream out from the microwave, and I had it set to 1 minute and 15 seconds. So I'm just gonna go ahead and stir this in. So it's gonna look clumpy first, but then it's gonna incorporate and then it's gonna be a lot smoother as far as the end result. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep stirring. So if you can see, my ganache has melted down and it's getting really smooth. So I'm gonna go ahead and just add a little bit of vanilla for flavor, and I'm probably just gonna add about 1/4 teaspoon of that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and stir that in. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and set this aside, because I'm going to go ahead and add some of this into my buttercream, and then the rest of my ganache I'm going to go ahead and just pour it onto my cake. But this is what it looks like so far. I'm just going to go ahead and let this cool down so that I can add this into my buttercream. Okay, so right here I have my buttercream, and I'm going to go ahead and just add in my chocolate ganache. I've already divided it up, so I'm going to go ahead and just add this in. And this is probably about half cup, if almost that, of ganache that I'm adding to my buttercream. And I'm just going to go ahead and whip this up until it's all combined. Okay, so now that I have my chocolate into my buttercream, and since I'm doing a chocolate cake, I'm also going to add in some chocolate chips, and this is just crushed up chocolate chips that I just smashed up in a zip bag. And then I'm just going to go ahead and just fold that into my buttercream, just like that. And that's exactly what I want. First thing I'm going to do is I have 3 8-inch cakes right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and just start assembling it onto my cake board. And so I'm going to go ahead and put some buttercream down. Just like that. And I'm just going to go ahead and start with my buttercream in the middle. I don't want too much filling. So I'm just going to take off what I don't want. Just like that. And then I'm going to put my next layer on. And I'm just going to repeat the process for the other one. I have my cakes all stacked up. I'm just going to go ahead and start with my crumb coat. And I'm just going to go ahead and start on the top and then work my way down. And I always try to push against the sides and everything. Okay, so let me show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, so now that I'm done frosting the sides of my cake, I don't want too much frosting, and so this is the only crumb coat that I'm going to do on it, and this is also my final coat. And so if you can see all my chocolate chips that's also poking out of the cake, that's exactly what I want. And so I'm just going to go ahead and put this into my freezer just for it to set just a little bit, and then I'll take it out and start decorating it. I've got some candy melts here that I'm going to go ahead and put in the microwave so that I can use it also as decorations on top of my cake. So I'm just going to go ahead and melt this down. Okay, so I have my chocolate melted, and I'm just going to go ahead and pour it onto my wax paper here. And not in any particular order because I don't want it to be anything as far as straight sides or anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and pour it on, and then I'm going to go ahead and spread it out. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and spread it out. It's not in any particular shape or size or anything, but I just want to make sure that I have enough height on my chocolate. So just like that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and set this aside, probably put it in the fridge for it to set, and then I'll use it once it's ready. Okay, so I've taken out my cake, and these are just some of the things that I will be putting onto my cake. I have different varieties of chocolate, as you can tell. So these will be going on top of the cake, as well as some of these pocky sticks. And then my melted chocolate, and then I have some ganache over here that I will be pouring onto my cake as well. So let me show you how I put my cake together. Okay, so I have my ganache in my bag already, and I'm just going to go ahead and cut off the tip. And then I'm just going to test it out to see if that's as big as I want it, and it is. So I'm just going to go ahead and start dripping it onto the sides of my cake. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I'm going to try to do it this way. And so I'm just going to go ahead and do this all the way around my cake, just like that. And then if I want more drippings on the sides of my cake, I'll just go ahead and add a little bit more to where I want it. So that it will drip down more, if you can see that. So just like that. So just like that, and then I'm going to go ahead and start decorating the top of my cake. Okay, so if you can see, I just barely started putting in my chocolates, and I'm just going to work my way and just sticking all my chocolate pieces on my cake. And so I've got some, these are just some chocolate covered pretzels, and then some peanut clusters. And so just some Andes mints, and just basically I'm just sticking it onto the cake, but then I'm going to go ahead and just line these up so that it doesn't look like it's just a pile of chocolate. So let me just go ahead and put some of these on and then show you just in a little bit what it looks like. Okay. So this is where I'm at so far with my cake, and I'm basically just building on top of each layer. And so I'm just going to go ahead and keep going, and then also add on some of my pocky sticks as well. Okay, so this is what my cake looks like, the final piece of what my cake looks like. So if you can see, this is basically an ultimate chocolate cake. And so, but the reason why I wanted to do this cake was basically just to say thank you to all my Instagram followers, and also to my YouTube subscribers, as well as people on my Facebook page. So thank you so much for sticking around and watching me make my cakes. And so it's been so fun lately, and so I just wanted to say thank you to everyone. If you guys have any questions, just go ahead and leave it down the description box below. As always, don't forget to subscribe to my channels for more videos. Thanks so much, everyone.